Right. Hello and good morning, my fellow trucketeers. How the devil is everyone? Today is Good Friday, 29th of March, and we're doing a POV back to the yard. So in the last video you saw I collected the straw, got as far as Basingstoke in the night, and yeah. Now we're continuing our journey back to the yard. We're about an hour and a half away, so this video will be about an hour and a half. I'm gonna have to stop probably on the Puddle Town bypass to change batteries on the camera to continue it on. But yeah, this is my driving to the yard from a different place. So you've seen me go through Kruger and all that to get in that way, and you've seen me go through Axminster and everything to get back to the yard. This time I'm coming along the A31, joining the A35 and going that way. So yeah, this is going to be quite a long video. I'm not going to talk as much as the usual videos, so sit back and relax and enjoy the drive. We got, what, 23, just over 23 tonnes of straw on, barley straw. So we're weighing 39 tonnes, so we're quite heavy. The load does overhang the trailer a bit. Definitely a white line there. Just double checking that. Yeah. So we've got a nice big wobbly load to take back to the yard. Hopefully the camera's in a good position for you. I'm pretty sure you can see the steering wheel. I've got the seats set slightly lower than I normally have it for your benefit. So hope you appreciate that. I also have a little bit of a cold at the moment, so you may get some gross noises coming from me. I do apologise for that immediately, but you know what it's like when you have a cold. You get all sniffly and horrible. But hey, here we are, coming through the New Forest. I'm going to try and do this as a see it, say it video at the moment, but at the moment, dual carriageway, lovely beautiful scenery. We'll just take that in for a minute. Gotta love the New Forest. Excellent place to go if you like bike riding. Loads and loads of trails to go through and around. You can get completely lost. So the weather yesterday was absolutely awful, so conditions today are a bit better but not fantastic. I've probably gained about a ton in weight and water soaked into the bales, but that is what it is. Quite blowy along here. It's pushing me about quite a bit. As you probably see a steering wheel, I'm having to adjust it quite a bit. Catching up with this slow coach. Even though we're on a 70-mile-an-hour road, you still get cars that want to do 50 mile an hour for some reason, forcing me then to go out in the second lane at 56 mile an hour. And then because of the straw sticking out, it's a bit more difficult to judge where the back of my trailer is, so there we go, flash me in. Alright, so I've just come over to brow this hill, so I've already come off the power. I'll apply the engine brake now, as we're quite heavy, the weight's going to push us down the hill. So we'll just apply the engine brake to hold us back a little bit. And then just dab the foot brake as required to bring the speed down a little bit. At the moment the engine brake's holding us steady, so we'll keep it as that. Little press of the foot brake. Bring us back down below 60. And we'll take the engine brake off now as it's starting to level out. And put the cruise control back on. It's one feature I do miss about the Mercedes is the engine brake doesn't turn the cruise control off. Oh, we're catching these guys up, so they'll need to move over, or they're going to accelerate. Again, 70 mile an hour road, and people insist on doing the same speed as a truck. I don't understand it. I mean, it's a bit wet, but it's not treacherous. Unless your tyres are bald, in that case, that's on your own back then, isn't it? Oh, here comes the rain, there we go. So we're going to stay in this lane because the road splits off in a minute. Watch out, car coming out of the garage, see where they're going to go. Because I have seen people dive straight across in this lane because they need this one. Even though they've literally just pulled away. Gotta be wary of other people. They do silly things. Mindless things. So we got a blue P sign there, obviously it's a parking place, so pay attention, vehicles that could potentially be pulling out of there. I mean, it's half a mile away still, so. But also people that might want to slow down and get in there. Sometimes people will be in the second lane and they'll be like, oh, there's a pulling place, I want to pull across straight into there immediately. Yeah. Alright, coming to a 50 limit now, I'll just apply the engine brake, give it time to slow down. There we go. Come to a roundabout, so we'll slow down. There's no one in the parking area, so we're alright. Ah, that's the bus stop. I stand corrected. Ambulance coming up. There's a hospital in Christchurch, Bournemouth, so I gather he's going to be going straight on. Take it nice and easy around the roundabouts because we're very top heavy. Get the power back on. Back on cruise control. There's a coffee shop coming up. Gotta be watch out for the mindless fools that want to dive in there at the last minute to get their coffee because they're still half asleep. I don't know what this Mercedes is doing, no indication. Well done. But I have to get in front of the truck. I couldn't possibly sit behind it because it's going to be doing the same speed as me. People really need to get out of that mindset of I have to get in front of the truck. The amount of times I've had people squeeze past me and then I'm literally breathing down their neck for the next 10 miles of single carriageway. Oh, cutting at the last minute, thank you. Take up all my braking space. Don't worry, I'll use my brakes a bit more. There might be a lot of this in this video because it is a bank holiday and people tend to drive like idiots during bank holidays for some reason. It's like, oh, it's a bank holiday, that means I can drive how I want. Taking it nice and steady. Back on cruise control, get back up to 50, slow back down for the next roundabout. Back up to 50, slow back down for the next roundabout. This bit's really tedious, I hate this bit of road. Because they're quite small roundabouts, so I've got to bring my speed right down and then I've got to try and accelerate back up again. I probably use more fuel on this bit of road here than I do on the whole of the from the M3 along the M27. Oh, you poor soul. That's not nice out there. Look at that. All that flooding. Car coming up round me outside, so I'll watch out for them because my trailer will cut in. Oh, he has backed off. Well done, taxi driver. There we go. Back on the power again. I'm using more fuel. I was turning my radio off, not listening to anything. Alright, there's a van coming up on the outside, got to be wary of him. Because both lanes on this roundabout turn right. But only the lane I'm in goes straight on. But I've had people in the second lane go straight on. Right in front of me as I'm trying to go right. Signs are obsolete nowadays. People don't seem to read them anymore. That's why everyone gets in the wrong lane all the time. Even though you get like a mile and a half warning sometimes. People still get in the wrong lanes all the way till the last minute. Oh, I gotta stop moaning, haven't I? Just observations through driving, the standards have gone right down. Silly little things that people do. We won't need a break today either, because we're only doing 2 hours 10 minutes driving. 2 hours 15 by the time I've reversed into a space in the yard. No, I can accelerate now, this bit's actually national speed limit. engine brake on, start bringing it down. Preparing for the last minute lane divers. The annoying thing about this roundabout is these both lanes do go straight on, but it goes into single lane after the roundabout, so sometimes it's always a squeeze trying to get in, and you get to here and you have someone squeezing around the outside and blasting in right in front of you. Gonna sneeze. Sorry, headphone users. Also, Devon Truck Show, that's a thing. If you want to see me, Kev T, Luke C and HGV, Trucker J in the UK, Scott Andrews, Sam K, Lena Trucker, and Dazza with Juicy Lucy, his Project Fodem. Come along, come say hello at Devon Truck Show. Got a discount code, which is DTS KT HGV, which will give you a discount on your tickets. I think all truck entries have already been sold, but there's still camping and day tickets available. So get on over to their website, link is in the description. Get yourself a slightly cheaper ticket and come say hello. So I'll bring her down on the engine brake. Got some traffic lights coming up. Little Wimborne here. So the thing is, as the lights are red now, if I bring her back now and approach slowly, by the time I get there they would have probably changed, and then I won't need to stop, I can carry on going. So I'll bring her back a little bit more now. And there we go, now they've changed, so I can keep going, I don't have to stop. It's all about planning ahead. And these ones will change, there you go. So when you do your training, they actually, the preferable the way they want you to do your test is to pre-plan that well enough that through the whole test you don't stop. You just keep going and going and going. It's all about pre-planning, looking ahead. National speed limit, let's get her up to 50. Again, it's 50 for me, 60 for cars, and yeah, I'm going to catch these people up. Oh, maybe not, they are accelerating. How many people is it annoying that my steering wheel is not straight? The tracking's perfectly fine. I think I'm still on the same set of drive tyres, and yeah, they've not worn through. So tracking's alright, it's just the steering wheel's a bit off kilter. level's really high. There's a field out near Corfmullen where we collected straw from last year. Was it straw or was it hay? No, that was straw. And yeah, you got to drive through a silly little gateway. If any of you know where the slip-and slide is on the A30, is it the A31? Yeah, it is the A31 still. Where the slip-and slide is. Yeah, there's a little gateway that goes into a field down there just before you get to the slip-and slide. And yeah, it's a little bit dodgy. It's alright, as long as the grass is dry, as long as it's hard. But it looks very, very sodden at the moment. I doubt I'll get halfway through the gate before I get stuck. Alright, check where everyone is. No one's coming that way, no one's coming that way. Beautiful. Take it nice and wide around the roundabout. Oh, wheel spin. I hope the video position is alright for you. I've tried to do it as best I can, but my GoPro wouldn't connect to my phone when I was in the lay-by, so I couldn't preview where the camera's sitting on my head in comparison. Makes it a bit tricky sometimes. Road liable to flooding, well, it's definitely time for that, isn't it? Our water level's right up. When will it stop raining? It hasn't stopped raining since 2004, I think. Alright, going up to this roundabout. Not the cruise control, not the engine brake on the 1. And then 2. And 3. Again with this one, lane 1 is to go straight ahead, lane 2 is to go right. And the amount of people that try and I just want to squeeze in front of the truck. Oh, car coming. I'll stop her. And we'll go. This van's gonna do it, you watch. Yeah. And this Ford. Yeah, just gotta get in front of the truck every time. I mean, granted, no one wants to be stuck behind the truck, but time and place. On a roundabout, it's not the best time to go on the inside of a truck, because they don't know how my trailer's going to act. There's a nice big straight in a minute that people could quite happily get past me with no problems, but they choose a roundabout to pass me. Right, so this field I was on about where we collect the straw out of, that's coming up on the right in a minute. Can't remember exactly where it is. Was it here? Turning coming up, so we gotta watch people trying to come in and out of the turning. There's no one there, which is good. Although it's still 50 through, I've slowed down to 40 for a bit, 45, just because it's a little bit built up. Yeah, water level's really high. Oh my word. Right, where's the turning for this field? Is it this one? Yeah, it's through here. And that's the field we had to collect straw out of. I wouldn't want to go in there now. I would get very, very stuck. Look at that. That's bad, isn't it? That's where the slip and slide is there. So bring your kids out in the summer, there's always a slip and slide in this field. You jump at the top of on top of the hill, and you slide down a big bit of plastic sheet of water flowing down it. Bring a towel. Being blown around a little bit. Rory. He's obviously off to go do a job. Got you on camera, Rory. I have to tell him later he's going to be famous. "57 minutes to go." This here, this wall, this wall must be like a magnet or something, because this is a near enough dead straight road, but the amount of patches on this wall from people where they've hit it, it's unbelievable. How do people keep crashing into a wall on a straight bit of road? I really don't understand. There's patch there, always broken, big patch there, patch there, patch there. Another one here. There's loads of them. You can't see them all because it dirties up over time. Another one there. You can see the fresh ones. But yeah, on the straightest bit of road, this has got to be the most attacked wall ever. Another bit there. I don't know how people manage it. I really don't. It's like just driving in a straight line. Oh, good turn. Straight into the wall. Another patch there. I think that one was from a tree, to be fair. Maybe a few of them are from trees, but I know a lot of them are from cars. Maybe some vans and maybe a couple of trucks here and there, but actually no. All the holes are too small to be trucks, I think. I'm sure a truck has hit it at some point, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, bit of polystyrene on the road. Okay, even in there is quite sodden as well. Alright, coming up to a 40 limit, so we'll bring her back a little bit. And the World's End. I used to deliver to that pub back in my old job, before Lenham's. Cooper Foods in Andover. Used to deliver fish and meat. That was a good little job, that. Van driving. You go out about somewhere between 10 and 40 drops a day, depending on what route you're on. It used to be a Hall and Woodhouse pub. I wonder if it still is. I don't know. If it is, it'll be a standardised menu between all of them. If not, then they probably do their own stuff. Always looks quite nice in there. Might have to take a lane there one day, see what it's all about. Can't afford to eat out these days, you know. Got to water down our milk because it don't last long enough because it's expensive. Maybe I should do a vlog with a head cam one day. What do you reckon? Like doing deliveries and stuff rather than just a long drive. No, I might give it a go. Just the only thing is people get a bit funny about you wearing a head cam sometimes. It's right with the cameras I normally have set up because it only captures certain things. I'm gonna sneeze again. Apologies. Right. Someone's hit that side and spun it round. Back in the Nationals video, back up to 50. No, I don't know if I want to do 50. I might go back up to 45. Because it drops off a bit on the edges of the road here. And where I'm top heavy, the trailer really leans over. It should be alright, it should stay stable, but it's always a bit nerve-wracking sometimes. Someone left a comment on my picture I put up yesterday saying only 4 bales high, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to hit every bridge on the way home. If I had another bale on top, yeah, I'd definitely go over, I think. As it was, you saw in the last video, the picture I put up at the end of it when I went into Fleet Services. Fleet Services canopy's 5.1 metres, and I was not far from touching that. I think I'm 5.05, I think. Yeah, it's about 16 foot 1, something like that. It's a bit difficult to try and measure, but it always sort of comes in around about that ballpark. I think sometimes it depends how dense the bales are, how well packed they are. Alright, we're about halfway through our journey now. Nearly. I think by the time we get to this roundabout, it's about halfway. Nope. Rolling on down here a little bit. Slow it down a touch. Let's put the engine brake on now. Probably a bit late. Got Monkey World and the Tank Museum down there. Always a good fun day out. Oh, wheel spin. It's because the load's top heavy, it's sort of, as it leans as I go around the corner, it's lifting the weight off me, inside of me drive axle. Right, let's get it back up to speed. By the time we get up to 50, it'll probably be onto the dual carriageway anyway, so we can crack on straight up to 56. We're up to 50 now. As soon as we get next to that bit of grass, we're on dual carriageway. There we go. Oh, you gonna go? You gonna go? You going faster than me? Just go. Keep going. Oh, why'd you stop? You were going faster than me. What? Why didn't they just carry on? This is where pre-planning comes in a hand. They were already going faster than me. It wouldn't have hurt them if they carried on. See what I mean? Oh dear. Get that all the time. I couldn't move over because I had a vehicle literally just past me at that point. Not that I have any obligation to move over anyway, because it's a slip road, so it's a give way. You have to give way to the carriageway. The thing is, even if I did move out, I'd have been moving out for nothing, because they were already going faster than me, so I would have literally moved out just to move back in again for no reason. It just goes to show that they didn't even look to see me until the very last second as they were about to pull out. Whereas me, as soon as I got to a stage where I could see, I would have been looking over my shoulder to see if anything was there. But hey. Bet they're cursing me now for their mistake. It's always the truck driver's fault. You know, if you're coming down a slip road and you're doing more than 56 miles an hour, I'm not going to hit you. Here they come, I think this is the car. Possibly. We do potatoes for sometimes. Use the engine brake down there. There's a lay-by here, it's all covered by the trees, so be prepared for anyone that wants to pull out. I think we'll be alright. There's a car just parked, just stop right there. Don't worry about anyone else that might need to get in there, you just stop right at the entrance to the... Oh dear. I don't know what goes through people's heads, I really don't. I mean, he was out the car because the door was open. So I won't actually stop over in the lay-by out the way. I'll just stop right in the entrance to an empty lay-by. So this is why we have health and safety, boys and girls. Because common sense is a thing of the past. But the thing is, I think because health and safety's been such a prominent thing now, that people just don't have common sense anymore because they don't need to use it. It's a case of, it's like me being an HGV driver. I feel that I'm responsible for everyone else's safety because other people don't know how to look after themselves. This is why I'm trained to a higher level than a car driver. Because I'm more responsible for them than they are for themselves. Because health and safety. Health and safety, removing common sense since whenever it was common health and safety was a much bigger thing. God, I do have some opinions, eh? This is why I like doing all the old farm jobs still, because there is no health and safety. It's common sense. You know, if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, you're going to get hurt. Don't be an idiot, use your brain. Oh. Accelerate. There we go. That's how you do it. You put your foot down and go. Not a problem with that at all. I mean, the handling of the vehicle was a bit piss poor, but the way they sort of like just chucked it out like that, and they came around the corner of the slip road a bit too quick. But the acceleration and coming out like that, perfectly fine. We're down to nearly 35 mile an hour now. So we get up the hill, come to Dorchester. Is that a Wayne's? No. Oh, it is a Wayne's. I'll put my hand up anyway. Usually always get a flash from the old Wayne's boys and girls. From the headlights. Keep it clean. Alright. Engine brake on. Gotta be careful along this bit of the A35 as well, because you get a lot of deer along here. A lot of the time you'll see them on the banks, just casually hanging out, eating the grass. Not a problem. I think it's very rare they run out into the road here, but further back there you normally see them on the bank. Just chilling out, watching the traffic go by, eating some grass. What a nice life. Look at the cows over there, look. Just chilling out in the field, chewing on some grass, just watching the world go by. Alright, still dual carriageway, still dual carriageway, still dual carriageway, no longer dual carriageway. There we go. Dual carriageway is not decided by the fact of how many lanes it has, it is decided by a separation of the lanes. There is no separation between us, so this is a single carriageway. As soon as there's something like grass or a barrier between us, that is then 2 lanes, 2 carriageways, dual carriageway. Something else a lot of people seem to struggle with. Right, let's see if we can get right round Dorchester into the lay-by the other side before the camera dies. Actually, there's a lay-by just at the bottom of the road here, I might put in there. Surprised the camera hasn't turned off already, to be fair. Right. Actually, let's pull in there for a minute. Actually, is that a bus stop? That is a bus stop. We won't pull in there then. We'll go around Dorch and pull in the lay-by the other side. Nice and steady. There we go. Look at that. What flooding. Christ. Most of that was all from yesterday and last night. Nowhere for the water to go, that's the problem. We're so sodden at the moment. Everywhere the water normally goes is already filled up with water. I suppose all the allotments down there aren't flooded as well. Well, the water level's probably gone down since last night, but still. There might be a bit of flooding along the A35 as I get towards the yard. Usually after Winterbourne Abbas there's normally a big old puddle after that somewhere. Because it all bunches up in the bottom of the corner of a field and then it just flows out onto the road. But yeah, we don't need to dredge all the rivers because it's obviously not a problem, it's not an issue at all, so we don't need to dredge the rivers at all. Yeah, listen to the government, great idea. We won't get into that. We will not get into that. This is not a politics show. I don't really follow politics, to be fair, anyway. I am probably the worst person to talk about politics to because I haven't got a bloody clue about it. Someone will come up to me and be like, oh, did you hear what such and such said about this? I'm like, I haven't got a foggiest who you're on about or what you're on about. I don't watch the news, I don't listen to the news. I'm quite happy in my own little bubble, getting on with my own little life. Right then, battery changed. So it does appear that my camera froze about 2-3 minutes ago. So you'd lose the last couple of minutes of this bit of journey. So you've missed the car that smashed itself up on the roundabout after running out of talent, obviously. Yeah. So we'll continue on with it, see how we get on. I've also moved the microphone slightly because it sounded a bit distorted, but that is coming through the camera speaker, which isn't the greatest, so I'll try and muck around with the audio and edit if that's the case, but we'll see. So we're on the last little leg of the journey, 26 minutes from the yard. That lay-by I was in there was the one I was in when I started my last video. So yeah, fun and games. So we're going to mosey on back from here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit annoying it's froze, but I've literally lost about 2 minutes of footage, so I'm not too worried about that. It's still recording audio, just didn't record video, so we'll just cut that little bit out. But it'll be fine, it'll be fine. It'll just go, poof, cut. I think you missed like one roundabout, that was it. I think, was it 2 roundabouts? I can't remember. Either way, you haven't lost a lot. As long as this bit doesn't freeze, then this video will exist. But if this video does freeze at all, before I get back in the yard, then you would have never known this video existed. But up until this point, you will know the outcome. Or will you? Dun dun dun. Anyway, because I've changed the battery, the view may have ever so slightly changed, so I do apologise if it's not quite right. Again, can't really see how it looks without the phone connected to the camera, which for some reason it's not doing at the moment. Technology, eh? I'm having a few little issues with this camera, so I might have to get myself a new one at some point, but 400 quid a camera, I can't afford one at the moment. No, I can, but I'd have to pay it off in installments. So at the end of the day, it's still working to an extent, and yeah. Not financially viable at the moment. Anyway, starts to get a bit steeper here, so we'll whack the old engine brake on to hold us back as we go down into a winterbourne abyss. No? Yeah? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me. Hands up who likes Malcolm in the Middle. Fantastic programme that was. I've got the box set of it at home. I must bring it with me and start watching it. If you've never heard of or never watched Malcolm in the Middle, look it up. It's a great American sitcom. It's fantastic. Used to love it on Sundays, Sunday afternoons it was. I can't remember which way around it was. It was either Malcolm in the Middle followed by Simpsons, or Simpsons followed by Malcolm in the Middle. Used to be a good old couple of hours on TV. It was flashing, so I'm going to guess there's a speed camera down here. Everyone's driving rather gingerly. Yep, there it is. I spot ya. Not that I would speed through here anyway. Hi, you're on Candy Camera. I filmed you as well. I cameraed the camera. Or was he trying to get more funds for the policeman's ball? Fun fact. Most people that get caught speeding are the people that live in the local area. You're more likely to get caught speeding within 5 miles of your own home than you are anywhere else. Because you're used to the area and you become complacent. True fact. As you can tell, I have been on a speed awareness course. Yes. I've been caught speeding 4 times in my life. And once pulled over and let go. Which was a very big relief, that one. It's all in a van and once in a car. No, twice in a car. Yeah. 3 times in a van, 2 times in the car. 1 of the times was in the car when I got let go. The 3 times in the van were all for doing... Because in a van, you're only supposed to do 60 on a dual carriageway. Unless the van is registered as a camper van, in that case you can do 70. It's daft, isn't it? So, in a regular panel van, work van, you're only allowed to do 60 on a dual carriageway. And the first time I got caught was, I was doing 45 in Avonmouth and it's a 40. Second time I got caught, I was doing 70 on the A303, thinking, oh yeah, I'm okay doing 70, yeah. I didn't realise then I was only allowed to do 60. I was young and naive. I didn't know as much, anywhere near as much as I do now. And then the third time was, yeah, I was just driving like an idiot, so again, got caught speeding. And then once in a car, I got caught speeding. I was doing 70 on the 303, and some woman wanted to overtake the car in front of her and just pulled straight out in front of me. So of course I saw red and then put my foot down as I went past her, over the brow of the hill, and then got caught doing 80. And then the third time, went bowling with some friends. The lane broke, so we got moved onto another lane. Ended up getting oil all over my clothes from the broken part of the lane. So they gave us another free game side that game, and then just racing back to get them back to their son, who their parents was looking after, and the policeman pulled us over, but he just gave me a few wise words and went on his way. I was like, thanks. There you go. All been naughty at some point. I'm much older and wiser now. Still a bit of an idiot in the car, but hey. Time and place, as I say. accept full responsibility for everything I've done on the road. Rain? I don't think we've had enough of that. I think we need some more. Don't know who that was, but he flashed me. You're in the video. Well done. Unless the video's frozen, in which case you won't be in the video. Which means Rory also won't be in the video. Oh, down 25, 24. Down the 7th gear. We got the big hill to get up yet. No, a bit of police tape here. What's been going on here? There was a car and caravan rolled over up here somewhere as well, I think. Last night. Or yesterday afternoon. Obviously got blown over in the wind. At least the views are nice today. It's a little bit overcast, but the views are good. Be a nice view down into the yard then as well, hopefully. There we go. Here we go. What am I going to get down to? 21. There's a little doggy in the truck. He looks going out for a little journey. Bless. I wouldn't take my dog out in the truck. He's too big and too old. Wouldn't be fair on him. Plus the fur. No thanks. Welcome to my part of the country. Isn't it beautiful? Just for note, doing that, I can still see ahead of me with my eyes. My eyes move differently to my head. Bit wobbly off that little dip there. Almost back now. Engine brake on full. We won't crash into these vehicles. Take her off a little bit. me. Ooh, pardon me. Getting the burps now. It's all that bouncing around in the seat. Just got the engine brake on for, and we're just applying a little bit of foot braking here and there. Just little gentle dabs just to keep the speed down a bit. The engine brake's doing most of the work. Stops your brakes from overheating, you see. Because last thing you want is brake fade and trying to stop one of these things. It's not fun. I've not had it in an Arctic yet. I've had it twice in a rigid. Got the brakes a bit hot. And it was like, ooh, I'm not stopping. So I pulled over for an hour, let them cool down for a bit. Both them times was at Lenham's, obviously. And I was a bit of a lonely van driver, I mean rigid driver, class 2 driver, that's the one. We got there in the end. So, leave a comment if you got to this point in the video. Say, I got to this point in the video. And then I know you've watched us religiously and you've paid attention. Because we're obviously over an hour in now. Maybe an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. 15 minutes. I don't know. Alright, putting in the Bridport now. Still on the engine brake. Checking the window upstairs in this house here. Hold on. Shalom. not indicate yet. Oh look, there's another Keen's Farm truck. Who's this? Someone's got the baby trailer. Looks like Peter. How's he going? Going up the Corbins, I think. Actually, it might not have been him, it might have been someone else dropping the trailer off or something, so just potentially his truck. If trailers need to be moved around at all over the weekend, then the bosses will use whatever trucks attached to whatever trailer and move what they need to move. At the end of the day, it's their truck, so they can do what they want. Nah, Morrison's. I wonder if it's open, because it must be open because there's people in there. Bank holiday, I wouldn't have thought it'd be open until about 10 o'clock, you know, Sunday rules and all that. But I must remember to pop in there on the way home, so remind me, I need to pop the Morrisons. I need to get some eggs, and I need to get some sparkling water for Elaine's mum, because we're having a big meal for Easter, and we're inviting everybody over. We're feeding the 5,000. About 14 of us over for dinner. And Elaine's mum drinks sparkling water. I mean, not for me, thank you. I don't like my water to taste like farts, but there you go. Horrible, horrible stuff. Take it nice and easy around this roundabout because it goes into adverse camber on that bit. And the trailer starts to tilt away from you. Let's get her up to speed. They've been doing night closures on this bit of road to add in these little red bits of tarmac to say where we need to slow down. It's like a safety thing they've been doing. It's been a pain in the backside because we've had the bin. We can't get in and out of our yard between like 8 PM and 6 AM. I mean, we can because we'll just go through anyway, regardless. But yeah. Whether it's necessary or not, you be the judge. There we go, again, planning ahead, slowed right down, didn't have to stop. I must admit, I don't always do it myself, but when I'm actually paying attention about it, I do. I'll bring the speed down before I get to the lights and then, yeah, don't have to stop. Chances are, if you can see them in the distance green, they'll be red by the time you get there, and if they're red, they'll be green by the time you get there. Crawl up this hill, down the next bit, up one more hill, and down one more hill, and then in the yard. Everyone's going to pass me up here now. I'm doing 21 mile an hour. Oh, the van going to do it. Is he going to make it? He's going to make it. He's made it. No one else though. Well done. My mirrors are really dirty, by the way. I do apologise. 2 hours and 2 minutes we've been driving today. Yeah, TomTom weren't far off. Made up a couple of minutes. Just straddle the white line here. There's a cottage right on the edge here. Of course we are overhanging the trailer slightly, so we've got to be careful. And we'll bring it down into Chiddock. Look at that view, look. Beautiful today. It's sickening that this is where I work. This is where my yard is. Or our yard even. Not my yard. I don't own the company. Oh, ambulance. Not a lot I can do. The yard looks quite full, but hopefully there's a space in there for me. Right, let's keep it below 30 because we've got a speed camera here. Plus a speed limit's 30 as well. Let's start indicating over. Bring the speed right down. There's no one coming, so I'm going to get on the other side of the road now. If a caravan don't try and pass me because it'll be silly too. And there we go, back in the yard. See if there's a space for me somewhere. Nah, there's someone else. Right. That's the video done. We are back in the yard. I'm gonna have to go speak to my boss, I think, and find out where he wants me to put this, and then we'll go from there because there's not much room in it. We're actually full of trailers. They're not parked the best. Might give the truck a wash as well. Anyway, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. It's entirely up to you. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. It doesn't cost you nothing. And yeah, it obviously helps the videos out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the POVs. I know some people don't like them, but I try my best to keep them as smooth as possible. That's not going to work. I'll have to readjust that. Yeah, and yeah, share the video with someone you think might like it equally. For someone you think won't like it to watch it anyway. So yeah, take it easy, look after yourselves, drive safely, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tracking around, Jono. Take it easy. Bye! Why are you beeping? Oh, engine brake's on, that's why.